So far we have done 2 moveset videos regarding Super Hero. Now, we have done Gamma 1, Beast Gohan, and today we're going to be doing Awakened Piccolo. It's either Power Awakening Piccolo or Power Awakened Piccolo, but either or, we are going to be doing a moveset for him today. Before we move on, if you guys want to watch those other videos, I'll put them in the eye above, the link in the description below, and of course at the end of the video. If you guys want to go ahead and check them out, please do. I put a lot of time and effort into them, so hopefully you guys enjoy them if you haven't watched them yet. But let's go ahead and start with Power Awakening Piccolo for today. So first off, for the normals, we are going to be hitting his 5L auto combo, the 5LLL. So for the first auto combo, I decided to mix a couple of attacks from different fights. So the first attack is going to come straight from the first fight between Piccolo and Gamma 2. As you can see from the clip right now, this attack does not land. Gamma 2 does avoid it and hit him instead, but I want to take this regardless. Now, I wasn't going to keep this punch. I was going to go with his kick that he lands later in the fight, but I decided to use that for a different normal, so we're going to go with this punch instead. So he's got somewhat of a range with the punch, and now we're going to go with the second fight between Gamma 2 and Piccolo. At this point, Piccolo is able to somewhat match Gamma 2 in some way. In the clip you are seeing right now, this is when Piccolo is in his Power Awakening state. He is able to land a very nice upward knee against Gamma 2 and then hit him with a punch. Now, the right hook that he does land against Gamma 2 is almost like a grab in a way, because once he lands the punch, he throws him with it. So how the 5L stands and how this is going to look is going to be Piccolo from the first fight hitting him with the punch and then landing his upward knee and then going with the last punch that he lands against Gamma 2 in the second fight. And just like any 5L auto combo, you'll be able to super dash afterward or follow up with it, and of course go into your air normals, which we will be getting into a little bit later. Next up is going to be the 5M auto combo, which is going to be, of course, 5MMM, which is going to take place in the Orange Piccolo versus Cell Max fight. For the 5M, we're going to be taking the 5M that Piccolo hits Cell Max with, which is a very sturdy and lengthy kick. I would somewhat say it's similar to Beast Gohan, the one I gave him, so it's still very good, especially for Piccolo. I think this is going to be great. And looking at the movie, I couldn't find, again, just like Beast Gohan, I couldn't find any 2M at all, so I decided again to go with Piccolo from DBFZ just to take his 2M. And with any 5M auto combo, you get that 236M, which, as always, we will get to a little bit later in the video. For now, we are going to discuss Power Awakening Piccolo's air normals. Unlike Beast Gohan, Piccolo's air normals don't all happen in one sequence. While Piccolo is struggling against Gamma 2 in their second fight, he manages to land a right-handed punch and a straight right kick. These two will act as his J5L and J5M. His J5H and J2H will come from the very first fight between Gamma 2 and Piccolo. These two attacks that we're about to take come after the punch that we took for his 5L. His J5H is going to be the overhead hit that he hits Gamma 2 with, and then after that is going to be the J2H, which he hits straight after the J5H, where he hits him up with a upward kick. In case I somehow did confuse you, the J5H is going to be the overhead hit, and then the J2H is going to be the upward kick. And just like how I made Beast Gohan's air normals, you'll be able to do a light into medium into light to be able to add the extra damage, which of course you can do with most of the cast in the game, but I just wanted to make you guys aware. Stepping away from the air normals, we're going to go and talk about his 2L, 6M, and so on. Now with the 2L, we're going to be taking from Xenoverse 2. Again, I just could not find any sort of low hit that resemble the 2L from the movie. It's going to be very basic, but it's going to be just a simple low kick. It's going to be somewhat useful, at least because it's going to count as a low, so it's going to help him in some way or another. And the 5H has decided to take from Orange Piccolo when Piccolo does become Orange Piccolo and he strikes Gamma 2 with that knockout punch. And for the 2H, I should have said it earlier, but it's going to be the same as the J2H, so it's going to be the upward kick that he did against Gamma 2. And we aren't done yet. Piccolo is going to have a 6H and a 3H. I wanted to give this version of Piccolo a more up close and personal kind of approach. So giving him a 6H that will be a S Broly-like grab will help in that matter. This is straight from the second fight against Gamma 2, so as you can see, Piccolo will do a forward grab and knee you up. You'd have to vanish, Z change, or time and assist to convert after this. The 3H is going to be yet another option to help Piccolo up close. This is obviously not a grab, but a low sweeping move. As you can see, this is from Xenoverse 2. Piccolo uses his arm from range. He will use that to his advantage and deliver a low hitting arm swing. It is now time to talk about Power Awakening Piccolo specials, so let's go ahead and talk about his first one, which is going to be his 236L. This is going to be taken from the Orange Piccolo versus Cell Max fight. As soon as I saw this part in the movie, I thought, this is it. That is definitely going to be one of his specials. So here we are. This is, of course, going to be the 236L. This is when Orange Piccolo takes a Ki Blast to the palm of his hand and smashes it against Cell Max's face. This is going to be somewhat similar to a Lariat, but not as far of range, which is going to be a bit of a downer for Piccolo, but it's going to somewhat help in a way. He won't have the same range of a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Lariat or a Bardock Lariat, but it's going to be somewhat in between. Now, when I make these moveset videos, I don't want to focus on trying to give these characters Lariats. Now, I did have one with Beast Gohan, but I wanted to make sure that these characters can fit in the meta that the game is in right now. Yeah, we could give these characters as many cool attacks as we want, but if they can't fit into the meta, then they're just going to be useless, like a lot of characters are right now in this meta. Well, I will promise you this, the rest of the moveset has 0 Lariats. This is going to be his only somewhat melee move for a special, so I'm going to say that right now, so please bear with me. The light version of the move is going to hit you away, and then the medium version, of course, is going to be like a lot of other mediums, where it's going to have a wall bounce. And then the other one, of course, the heavy version, the last version, is going to give you a heavy wall bounce. Now, moving on to the 214 special, this is going to be from Dragon Ball Super when Super Saiyan Gohan and Piccolo are training together. Gohan is easily taken out by Piccolo, and all he had to do was literally choke him out. After Gohan does pass out from that, Piccolo hits him with an electrified Ki Blast to wake him up. So what you are seeing right now in the clip is what Piccolo is going to have in the game. So this is how I envision the grab is going to work. He will have this grab that he used against Gohan, and it's going to have a Janemba-esque kind of range to it. Now, if we wanted to make this a war crime like Janemba's right now, we could make it as fast as well. Once you are grabbed into this, you are going to be hit by the electrified Ki Blast that will hit you away. Giving Piccolo another grab option is key to his kit. I wanted to give this Piccolo better grabs than his counterpart because this will produce more damage and mixes. The light version is going to hit you away, simple as usual, and the medium version is going to give you a sliding knockdown, while the heavy version will give you a heavy wall bounce. The Piccolo that we have now does not have any Ki Blast whatsoever. He has his orbs, his paralyzed beam from his antennas, and his grabs. So this Piccolo is going to have Ki Blast. Yes, round of applause, everybody. Yes, hey, you over there. Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go. Round of applause, everybody. Yes, that's going to be great. I would say his Ki Blast is going to be as fast as Super Saiyan Blue Goku's. I really do like his Ki Blast. I think they're my favorite from the game. So I would say they're going to be pretty much similar to that. And yes, you can use these Ki Blasts on the ground and in the air. So this will be his 5S and J5S. There's also another Ki-related move that Piccolo that we have now does not have, and that is going to be a beam. Power Awakening Piccolo is going to bring back his mouth energy wave, which he used back in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super. From what I've explained so far, this Piccolo is going to be a lot different from the Piccolo we have now. The other one we have now is more of a setup. He has his mixes, but he depends on his setup a lot. This is going to be a more up close and personal, like I said before. He's going to have his grabs, his Ki Blast this time, and beams. Well, a beam. And his next Ki special is going to be his 236S. We are going to be going back to the Super Saiyan Gohan versus Piccolo fight because this is actually something he used against Gohan. It almost looks like he's going to use a special beam cannon, but his fingers glow green instead of the yellow. He throws his arm in the direction of Gohan and splits the ground in half. I guess you can compare this to S. Broly's 236L, the way that has a full screen attack to it. This can definitely work similar to that, and if anything, if you are close to it, it can work almost like Super Saiyan Trunks' 214S. So that way, if you are close to the opponent, you can have a wall bounce property to it. That way you can convert and have more combo extensions. He can use this on the ground and obviously in the air, because in the clip I showed you, he used this specific move in the air. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this next one's gonna get a little goofy. It's gonna get a little weird. You guys might think I'm a little crazy for wanting to add this. Back when Piccolo went against Frost in Dragon Ball Super, you saw that he used a lot of clones. He used these clones to fool Frost in order to charge his special beam cannon. But in the famous fighting game Hyper Dragon Ball Z, he spawns these clones and they attack with him. So if you haven't guessed it yet, his 214S is going to allow Piccolo to summon a clone. And just like in Hyper Dragon Ball Z, there's going to be a delay between attacks. So if you are attacking, there's going to be a couple second delay with the clone. The clone will last around 4 to 5 seconds, and if you hit the clone, he will obviously disappear. This is going to give Power Awakening Piccolo that close combat that I really want for him. You will be able to pressure so much, the mixes are going to be absolutely insane. This is going to be a very busted move in some way or another. If you really think about it, it's like having a Cyberman, but it's going to be doing what you're doing, which is crazy. All right, my friends, so now we are on to the assist. Let's go ahead and brush these aside. So let's go ahead and talk about his A assist, which is going to be his Ki Blast Punch, what Orange Piccolo did against Cell Max. His B assist will be his Beam, his Mouth Energy Wave, and his C assist will be his 214S, the ground splitting move he used against Super Saiyan Gohan. It is now time to talk about Power Awakening Piccolo's Super. So let's go ahead and talk about his level 1. His level 1 is going to be his Demon Stone Ren, the move he used against Gamma 2 in their second fight. Piccolo gathers a bunch of debris and puts it into one gigantic ball that he throws at Gamma 2. Power Awakening Piccolo will definitely have a level 2 because after his Demon Stone Ren, he uses his Special Beam Cannon. His Demon Stone Ren was more so a distraction in order to use his Special Beam Cannon against Gamma 2. So after you land Demon Stone Ren and hold the button, you will be able to use your Special Beam Cannon. Now for his level 3, this is going to be something he used in Dragon Ball Super. He used this twice. He used it before the Tournament of Power and during the Tournament of Power when he saved Android 18. He stores all of his ki into one gigantic explosion to blast the opponent away. Now I know what you're thinking, Connor, that's the level 3? That's it? That's so basic. Where's Orange Piccolo? That's horrible. You guys are so funny. Where's the patience? What are you guys talking about? Orange Piccolo, he's definitely here. That's his other level 3. Before we move on, I do want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Ellis Uchiha who helped me with this level 3 because I wanted to make this one really good and he gave me this fantastic, crazy idea and we shot for it. Have you guys ever walked around the Marvel vs. Capcom era? Have you guys ever heard of a Dark Phoenix? Have you ever, traveled along those lines and seen how crazy she is? We're gonna go down that rabbit hole. No! If you guys have never played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and never seen this Dark Phoenix before in your life, let me go ahead and read something for you. So when Jean Grey's life bar is empty and her hyper combo gauge is at max level, Jean is engulfed in a flaming phoenix-shaped aura, transforming into Dark Phoenix. Her life bar automatically refills, but then empties slowly again over time. Her attacks are stronger and the hyper combo gauge refills much faster than usual. However, she can still sustain damage. Use of the X Factor can temporarily stop the steady drain of her life bar. She can still be switched out for other characters and will heal while on standby like normal. So with that being said, this is going to be absolutely bonkers. We're not going to have the same exact results of what Dark Phoenix has, but it's going to be somewhat similar. The only reason why we went through this route is because in the movie, when Power Awakening Piccolo is somewhat defeated by Gamma 2, he comes back into Orange Piccolo, pretty much is being revived into full strength. And how you are able to activate this level 3 is going to be, well, with 3 bars and the 7 Dragon Balls. If you have both of those requirements, you will come back as Orange Piccolo. And having these requirements makes sense because, well, it is a level 3, so 3 bars, and having 7 Dragon Balls is because Shenron is the one who gave him that power. Power Awakening Piccolo will come back to life as Orange Piccolo, and his health will be back to full. He will have a plus 35% damage bonus, armor on his normals and specials. His meter gain would still be the same though. And since you are using the Dragon Balls with the level 3, the Dragon Balls will no longer be able to be used during the match. As well as a new level 3, which will have Orange Piccolo transform into his big form and have a similar finish to Super Baby 2's monkey form. This would be one of the best and most broken level 3s in the game because yes, we have a level 7 or level 3 insta-kill with Gogeta 4, but having this kind of level 3, a resurrection level 3 that gives you all these bonuses would be so crazy. I know it sounds very broken, and trust me, it does. It actually really does, but it's not as bad as Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix has a lot more to it. We kind of toned it down in a way. We wanted to make it somewhat balanced, but also very OP at the same time. And what a way to end the video, talking about that level 3, going into a lot of detail with it. I'm pretty sure most of you in the comments right now being like, what? This is absolutely crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked the moveset I created for Power Awakening Piccolo. If you guys want to see an Orange Piccolo moveset, please let me know in the comment section below. But with the Power Awakening Piccolo, I wanted to make sure he was a lot different from his counterpart. I wanted him to have better grabs, a lariat-like move, some ki blast, something to get him through neutral to help him, rather than the other one we have where he is struggling tremendously because of the neutral battle. That is what this meta is in right now. If you guys are new around here, you want to see a character that you love in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and you want to see me make the moveset, put in the comment section below and I might do it. But as always guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.